Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 10 for Confederate Spring of 62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. Now, no new viewer units this episode, but just as a reminder, if you are a viewer and you are subscribed and you like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, and officers, and I'll oblige you on all counts if possible. Now, also, as a reminder of that, we're only 10 subscribers away from 350, so if you're one of my 60% of viewers who are not subscribed, 60%, that's a big number, and you're not subscribed yet, please remember to hit that subscribe button if you've been following along and enjoying the series, and also hit that like button, so it does help with the algorithm. More people will see these videos. Alright, last episode saw the Battle of Clarksville, right over here, against the Army of Tennessee, Army of the Ohio, which was a loss for us and caused the defaming of Albert Johnston. So now General Joe Johnston is in charge of the Army of Mississippi, and I have done some reorganization within it. So I've emptied out the Reserve Corps. There's only one brigade in it now, and that'll eventually get moved as I get more brigades trained. So I'm going to start using the Reserve Corps for what it should be used for, and that is sending depleted units into it so I can send them home and let them reform. So the Woods Brigade under Samuel French is down to 177 men, so I pulled them out of 3rd Corps. They were in Taylor's division and sent them over here. Problem is, they're from Tennessee, and I sent them home, and then when I looked at Tennessee on the recruitment page, there's nobody left there to recruit. There's 0 volunteers, so they're going away and coming back with about the same amount of men they left with. Same thing with a brigade from the Army north of Virginia. So I left the Reserve Corps in place in this army, and the only other army with one is the Army north of Virginia. And I'm just going to use them for brigades that hit a threshold of 1,000 or below, transfer them to that corps, and then send them home for refitting. And have at least 1 or 2 brigades standing by to replace those brigades in the combat line. So 3rd Corps is now 2 divisions strong, with 2 brigades being transferred into it from the Reserve Corps, along with 1 battery, because that 1 battery got wiped out. And I did the same thing once again, as I said, with the Army of Northern Virginia. So the Reserve Corps only has 1 brigade in it, and that's Anderson's brigade, and I sent them home. They had 1,300 men. I thought I could get them plussed up a little bit more, but once again, I didn't notice they were from Tennessee, and there's just nobody there to recruit anymore. But all of the Army of Northern Virginia Corps now have 3 full infantry divisions. They don't have artillery divisions yet, except for D.H. Hill's Corps and Jackson's Army of the Valley, but that will slowly get fixed. And I also did rename the Department of Norfolk to the Army of the North, since they are operating in Maine. I'm waiting on 3 more batteries to fill these boys out, and then this corps will be complete. So speaking of which, they are currently busy besieging Fort Knox, and this is almost over. Probably a few more days to get it done. It was always in the Union's balance of power, but because we're right on top of our supply depot, they're able to stay and fight longer, so this has been slowly moving in our favor. And the other brigades are arriving. I believe they're 13 days away before the rest of those brigades arrive. And that should cover everything. Oh, forgot. Army to Transmiss. So I'm not really doing any offensive actions except for the Army Transmiss right now. So Forest Corps is going to remain in place for right now, as they're not full green yet. Once they are, I'm going to send them running up here to St. Louis. There is an army forming, St. Louis, St. Joseph. There is an army forming up here, the Army of the West. Right now they're at 6,000 men, climbing up to 20,000. And only 2 brigades in Forest's Cavalry Corps have any type of decent weapons. I'm slowly producing them, but they are taking a long time, and I just haven't taken out enough Federal cavalry to capture enough weapons to issue those out. What I'm doing right now is I'm having the Army of the West move up to St. Louis, making a straight shot run there, no stops in between, And the Army transmits headquarters just moving south of them. So I'm hoping sending the Army here to St. Louis will draw off the Western Army, or the Army of the West, so I can send Force Corps up there unmolested, as I really don't want them fighting as they don't have good weapons. Wait, how did he end up with... No, you were supposed to get 3 inchers. Nothing against the Osage Flying Battery, but I need the 1-pounders in support batteries of the line division, so you're getting 3-inch ordnance rifles. I was wondering why I was short 1-pounders. I could probably issued those by mistake. Alright. But only the 1st CSA Mounted Rangers and 2nd CSA Mounted Rangers have weapons. 1st CSA's got Richmond carbines, and the 2nd CSA has Springfield musketoons. Everybody else has got mixed cavalry weapons, so I really don't want to send them into a fight against infantry until I can give them the Richmond carbines or some other weapons I've captured from the Federals. We just haven't taken out enough of their Federal cavalry to capture anything to issue it out. So I still have very low stocks. And the Richmonds are being built, but very slowly. Their standardization is only at level 2 right now, but that will come up as I issue them out. Alright, I think that should cover everything for right now. So, I'll be back with... Oh, wait, never mind. It is August 1st. We do have to do the monthlies. So, let's get that covered right now. Alright, so current rating of our nation is BBB+. We haven't cut any more bonds, amazingly. I'm very surprised about that. Somehow I've been able to keep the money somewhat decent, but I think recruiting any more troops will start having an effect on that. It says our tax revenues decreased by 21 million, but we didn't cut another bond. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. Sometimes these numbers don't make sense in here. Total export volumes last month was 134 out with 303 coming in. And corporate production over the last 3 months was down by 13 million. And we're lacking all the same stuff. Food, iron, artillery, ammunition. Let's take a look at our alerts. The list has grown just a little bit. So artillery ammunition is a new add. So is small arms ammunition. Everything else was already there. So I'm not expecting any combat for this month, so hopefully our stocks do climb up for another good fight. We'll see. Looking at finances. Alright, we spent 217 million more than we brought in, but somehow we still have not cut any more bonds. So I'm a little surprised by that. But we'll get that figured out. But yeah, we're staying even on each other with the spending. Like, I didn't spend too much for 1 full month, but Federals get money, spend money. Get it, spend it, get it, spend it. And we're kind of following each other along, except for this 1 month. Between June 29th and July 10th, we really didn't do much on the spending. Coming over here to intelligence. Alright, Federals are working on recruitment bounties 1. A little surprised by that. I usually don't see them work on that one. They started 4 new ships. It doesn't look like they've recruited anybody. And the morale of their army is currently at 84%. They're going to be a little higher after that victory that they received at Clarksville. Come over here to strategy. Their national morale is at 79 to our 92. National support is 88 to our 89. Morale of their armies, it says 78 here, though it just said over 80% on the other page. Men in the field, they have 294,000 in our field to our 206,000. Tonnage-wise, we haven't closed that gap yet, as I'm still waiting for the casemate ironclads to come online. Total casualties so far is 35,545 for the Federals, 19,710 for us. Coming over to policies, they did pop emancipation on the last episode, so British intervention is now down to 14%, but we are slowly going to fix that. We're currently working on Holt cotton trade, which should be done in 2.5 days. Once this pops off, this should add 20 to our European relations, bringing it back up to 24. And I am continually dumping, every time Send Envoys becomes available, I am dumping that project and trying to bring this back up again, as I really do want to try and get their intervention coming in. But as soon as this is done, we are basically out of soldiers to recruit, especially from Tennessee. So I do have Tennessee brigades that need replacements. So what I'm going to pop next, I was going to do Diplomacy 3, but we're going to pop Conscription Act, which is going to take 108 days. So this is something I should have worked on already, but getting the money together was a bigger priority to me. So this should be done sometime in November, which is perfect because then I can start bringing the drafts in to replace losses while everybody's in winter encampment and they can get trained up. So that kind of works out for us. And as soon as that is done, we will move over. If Chapter 3 hasn't popped off yet, we will move over to Diplomacy 3, Diplomacy 4, and then go for the French intervention. Alright, projects. What we got going on here? Assignable. Trade deals, suppressed population, subsidized industry. Well, we always want administration reform as that helps speed up whatever policies that we grab. So we'll take a level of that. Still waiting for another level of farm mechanization to bring up my volunteer levels. We do have logistics reform available, which is something I was waiting for, so we'll take that. And that took all my military subsidies, and we will take another level of weapons production. This way we can get our Richmond's rifles and carbines and the Fayettevilles online faster. Otherwise, I'm really relying on capturing weapons, and we just haven't been capturing a lot this campaign. So we do need to get that production levels up. How much more money do we need for another level sent invoice? Oh, quite a bit. Need 3.4 million every time, but let's come over to finances real fast. Yeah, diplomacy, I'm pumping 23 million a year into that, so because that did just go up because we only just popped the Diplomacy 2 just a few days ago, because this only takes 6 days to complete. So we popped this one off only about 4 days ago. So that money will slowly get put into there. Alright, now we have covered everything. So, like I said, I don't expect anything to happen to August, but the AI could have different plans. So, I'll be back. Alright, it's now August 6th, and the Army of Tennessee, fresh off its victory at Clarksville, has decided to come down to outside of Nashville and engage us. So they're bringing, once again, they're under command of Lew Wallace, and they're bringing 40,416 infantry, 760 cavalry, and 67 guns to our 39,500 infantry, 3,500 cavalry, and 59 guns. So, once again, my 3rd Corps is going to be the lead corps in this fight, but it is now plussed up to 15,500 men and 12 guns. And the rest of my reinforcements will be arriving in 22 hours. So it's a 0600 now, so I do have to hold out a whole day. But as we should be on the defensive, we should be doable. And they don't have 60,000 men this time. So, but it's still going to be a rough one until my reinforcements arrive. So, we are definitely taking this fight, and I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Nashville Port. Once again, we're on the Murfreesboro map, and I'm going to basically take up the same defensive positions I did last time, as they do have us outnumbered, so the Federal, and it's Lew Wallace again, so he is aggressive. So he may do what he did last time, and come out to fight us. So I'm leaving the Cavalry Brigade at the Southern Bridge for right now, as they can move the fastest. I'm leaving Taylor's division -1 brigade to cover this bridge right here. And I'm sending Elzey's brigade with 1 brigade from Taylor to cover these two bridges here and the railroad bridge, and 1 brigade up here to this ford to cover these crossing points. So I'm hoping I should be able to hold them off. It's 0600 now. The rest of my corps are not arriving until tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can hold them off for the full day if he chooses to attack. No guarantee I will or not. And there's Johnson. I was wondering where he was. So, I'm going to get these troops in motion, get them set up, and hopefully he doesn't come out to fight. But anything like last battle when he was in charge, they will come out to fight. Forgot to put these guys in long range. So let me get these boys set up, and I'll be back once I have contact with the Federals. So we have moved into day two. My other corps have not arrived yet, as they had extended arrival times, different from my initial info. They're only about 1 to 2 hours away, though. They should. Was it Second Corps and Reserve Corps should be showing up about 0700, and First Corps should be arriving about 0800 hours. So I did move across my cavalry brigade to begin scouting, and it looks like the Federals are actually defending down here and not up at Asbury Church where the defensive point is. So they probably did expect me to make an attack up this way, though. If I was going to do that, I would have come from this direction, so I would have had these positions flanked out. So I had thought about moving Third Corps across the river, but I'm worried about them coming out to attack me. As morale-wise, okay, theirs is at 42 to our 55. It was actually lower yesterday. I probably could have attacked with this corps and won, because their morale was so low, but it's just too huge of a risk with the numbers disparity. Well, as you can see here, I did build a lot of entrenchments here, because the Federals didn't come out to fight us like they did last battle, so I've actually got all these brigades up to their first level perks, including the cavalry. I didn't give them a scout, I gave them mounted rifles units so they can fight better while dismounted. I thought about giving them the, because A.O.M did change the name on some of these, mounted rifles is, these guys fight better in loose order formation, giving them a plus 7.5% accuracy. There was also like regular cavalry, which is basically, they just renamed lightning brigade to regular cavalry, so they just get better buffs from fighting behind cover. But I like the loose order one, so I think I'll be using that a little bit more. So I'm going to wait for my other corps to arrive. I'm hoping they come in up here and not down here, otherwise my plans are going to be shot to hell. Because if they're defending down here, I want to move my other corps across the river up here at these fords and come down this way and set up where they have to attack us. And I could set up behind this fence line here at the edge of the woods and let them come at us. I'd be a very happy man if I could pull that off. So I'm going to be holding position for right now, leaving the cavalry here to keep an eye on these works and wait the arrival of the rest of my corps. Alright, it's 0830, and my other corps is starting to arrive. But the problem is they are both arriving on the same road. So we're going to have a roadblock like we did at the Battle of Yorktown. So it's going to take me a while to get these troops in position. So, but they are arriving where I did want them to arrive, so it'll be easier for me to move everybody over to these fords and get them set up for a push down into here. So it does work out for us. So once these corps arrive and I get them moving, I'll be back. It looks like it might be a day 3 attack if we're not set up for a late afternoon attack. And there's my final corps arriving. So I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 1500 to day 2. I did not get Bragg's second corps moving until about 1330 when the last of their brigades arrived. And Polk's corps is now following up behind them. So I'm going to start pushing Bragg's second corps across the river here and along the rail line. See if we don't get a reaction out of the Federals. So I'm thinking they'll react. I'm not sure if they will or not. And we'll send his cavalry over to the hill here. Probably sending them out a little too far. There still might be Federals back here, but I think they're mostly massed over here. So I spotted some entrenchments down this way. So we'll see. But if they do react, Bragg's corps is more than strong enough to hold them off until Polk's corps comes up. And if they move out of these entrenchments, I can move Hardy's corps up behind them as they go to confront these two corps up here. So I should have a nice little envelopment going on the peninsula formed by these rivers. So I'll be back after these guys are in place. Alright, it's 1715, and we are in place actually astride the Federal left flank and slightly behind it. their forces did extend up this way. So what I'm going to do now is order Wither's division down along this fence line and order Ruggles' division into the wood line here, forming a little bit of a line along this path here. I do have Polk's Corps moving up to get across the river, though it's going to be a while for it to get their orders. I gave the entire Corps orders to move, so it's got to come from the Army commander, and he's well south of their positions. But they'll be across in time. So the day is not going to end until 2100, so we got plenty of time to pull off any moves I want to make. Let's order them up to there. I'm not going to move Ruggles until these guys start moving. Or actually, no, I should move him now. Get him in this wood on the other side of this road. Hopefully those batteries in position to do some good damage. And once these boys are starting to come up closer to the cavalry, I'll move them down onto Asbury Church to seize that. And that definitely should kick the AI into action. Once again, nobody in this army is well armed. I'm slowly trickling weapons through and down as I upgrade brigades, but it's going to take a long time. As it is only 62, I'm not expecting my armies to be moderately armed until the beginning of 63. Hopefully the winter will see us get more weapons in. So while these troops are moving, I won't hold you boys here. I'll be back. Alright, it's 1800. We're finally getting a reaction out of the Federals, and they're not moving their left flank units like I thought they would. It looks like they're taking their far right units, which I know I had spotted, and they were back here and heading up this way. The divisions are in place for the most part. Taking a little longer to get into position than I thought it would. I do have Clanton's brigade of cavalry seizing the objective, and I have Lindsay from Polk's Corps on his way to support him. Polk has taken longer to get across the river than I thought he would. It took a while for him to get his orders. And then he was back here in this field, and there's no roads here, so his troops had to march through the field, through woods to get to the crossing points. So he's not going to be in position anytime soon. And it looks like he's putting all of his troops across to one ford. Alright, we have the objective. Smart goalies is ready to get rid of that. I like having a clear message dispatch so I can see what I have and haven't seen. So yeah, these guys are all going to roadblock right here and then slowly get across the river. But as long as these units aren't reacting, whatever he's sending from this flank won't be here anytime soon. So that gives me more time to set up. And I will take that. Let's move you right there. Where's Lindsay? We'll move you a little further right of him. Hopefully this will still be in our deployment zone come morning. I don't want to move off this fence line just yet. I would like to move. Ostensibly, I'd love to push up to this road and build some breastworks right across the road. And have all my troops in position for a defensive fight in the morning, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. They're not even reacting to this artillery. Though them attacking this artillery battery would be a bad idea, as these guys already have level 3 close support. Yeah, and they're wasting shots at the skirmishers, but that's really... it is what it is. We'll let them do what they got to do. They're a level 3 battery. I'll let them make their own decisions. They're not roadblocking as bad as I thought, but doesn't look like there'll be any combat today. Looks like he's going to have a nice clear field of fire. No batteries from the counter, though. We'll let them choose their own targets. Even though they're downhill, looks like we're going to have a good, clean shot around everywhere. So, looks like I'll be back with a day 3 start. I'll see you there. Alright, it's 1930 and the Federals are finally reacting. It looks like they're going after my cavalry by Asbury Church, but they did have building breastworks. But I think them spotting First Corps arriving is what forced the move. So as you can see by my map markings, I do have my 2 divisions from 2nd Corps advancing up along the road to prevent the Federals from doing anything hasty. Hopefully we can hold them in place while these breastworks get finished, and tomorrow morning I should have a defense line that runs around this way. That's my hope, at least. Oh, these guys must have sharps. That's not good. I did originally give these units advance orders, but I just changed them to regular movement orders, so hopefully they get up there faster. And same with these brigades. As soon as they're in range, they will start firing. So hopefully it doesn't take them too long to come up. And I'm waiting for these divisions to come up so I can flush them out into battle line. Where's the rest of your division? So he's going to take the longest to get up, but I should have plenty of forces to take care of this. Oh, good, they've come into range. Put you guys in loose order. Reduce casualties. Let's turn and face you that way. You boys in loose order. I could have them go to this little fence line right here, but I am worried about these guys coming up on their flank until the infantry comes up. Hopefully it doesn't take them too long. They're well rested. I could give these guys double time orders, so we'll do that. It's the end of the day, so I'm not so worried about it. This division's arriving faster. Start firing on that artillery. Oh, the cavalry charged in. Didn't even notice that. Don't chase them. Do not chase them. Let them go. We got other problems to deal with. Fall back to there. Do not chase them. Infantry's coming up. They'll take care of these boys. Just fall back. Ooh, and these batteries are being close. Getting hit by canister from this battery. That is awesome. Good, about to see that battery off. Very good. Nothing like an end of the day fight. Now these batteries had to cross a fence line, so it's going to be a minute before they come up. Why are you getting ready to break? We're about to stop these 2 brigades dead in their track. It's on that brigade. Forget this battery. And you stay there for right now. There's a lot of brigades down that way. This is good. Hopefully it'll have us in position for a good defensive point in the morning. Cavalry's holding well. I'm going to start using loose order more than I have previously. It seems to be pretty good order. Reed's Brigade, Woods Brigade, 1st Brigade. Don't break on me, boys. Support's here. For some reason, it's got me stuck with the charge icon. I don't like that. So I really can't move them up to support. Oh, now. Good to see off that brigade. A lot of movement going on, so things are going to get a little choppy. Very good. Move you boys up to that road. Oh, what the hell? Why did Gibson break? I don't understand that. He shouldn't have broken. I really do not want to go further than the road. These guys are getting some firing in. Lindsay's brigade's been doing some excellent work. They're about to break another brigade over here. How's Polk looking? Still coming up. Clark's division's in place. Let's flush you out in the battle line. And I can advance Hardy. That's already 2,100 days about to end. I should have started advancing. Once I saw all these brigades moving, I should have started advancing them. Who's wounded? J.K. Jackson is wounded. Alright. It's bound to happen. We got too lucky in the last episode where we didn't have any wounded officers in that fight. You guys are still coming up. Let's take you guys off double time. Shouldn't have taken them that long to get up here. Good, that brigade's broken. I'm going to set you boys up on the edge of the field here. This battery's getting ready to break. That is not good. Oh, they're taking counter battery fire. That's why. Put you on counter battery, though you're a close support battery. Looks like we're inflicting some casualties, but they did take 250 casualties overnight from attrition. I don't think I pointed that out at the start of the day. Alright, they're moving away, so you guys can finish building that. I don't want to charge into these batteries. Both these brigades getting ready to break. We got mice coming, so finish building those. Third Corps moving? Not yet. They should be soon. Oh, Hardy's up here. That's why. He's up there with the Cavalry Brigade. Ah. Should I keep pushing across the field? I think I should. Would like to hold along the road here. Yeah, I'm just going to hold along a road. If I got to force them to attack, I want them coming at me across this field. Give me some nice clear fields of fire. And they got a brigade coming this way. Go rally that battery. These guys gonna charge right into me? Yep, there goes the battery. Ruggles just broke. That's BS. Training's regular. Took 26 casualties and he broke. Because his cohesion was low. That is just a blob they got coming down this way. My batteries are still not up. They shouldn't be pushing the guns forward. They should have them limbered up. I don't know what's going on there. Get limbered and move up. Hopefully Rebels' batteries reformed. They did have one other battle, so hopefully they come back for me because I'm going to need them. Clarkian battle line. Let's move you up to this fence line for now. That's 2030. The day's already over. Get you fleshed out in the battle line. And they once again got men moving on my cavalry. I just want you changing directions. Alright, go support the cavalry. This is not good over here. Now third corps looking at you guys moving. Not yet. Why not? Have you not gotten your orders from Johnston yet? I think that might be the case. Because I ordered the whole corps to move, and that has to come from the Army commander. Yep, Clanton's brigade broke, but they did some good work for me today, so I can't complain. Anderson's going to break. He's not holding off this. Shift direction. Let's support Anderson. And both my cavalry brigades are broken. They should be ending here in about 10 minutes. Where'd that cavalry brigade run to? Oh, there's Lindsay up there. Clanton's over there. We're at 1,100 casualties here in 1,900. We're not doing so hot. We are attacking and our weapons are garbage. Go rally the men. Adam, we need you to start moving up. And 3rd Corps is moving. Good. Actually moving pretty fast. There we go, end of day. Whew. Things are getting a little tight up here. Alright, and the defense point is in our deployment zone. And we can move 3rd Corps to here. Oh, this couldn't be better. Alright, Withers, let's get you off the line. Ruggles, let's get you off the line. It's like the batteries are reformed, but the guns are down here. One of his brigades is... Where's your other brigade? Oh, down here in the other deployment zone. Hardy, let's get you online. Looks like they got troops down there. Some of the cavalry over here. Keep these boys in the woods. Alright, Polk, time to put your boys in line. These guys here. This way we can hang on to the guns. Everybody's going to be disrupted, but nothing we can really do about that. Those, the 1 battery artillery division. Just put you right there. It's got a little bit of high ground. And Clark, let's get you up online over here. These batteries not up. They got good line of sight. And Johnson will come. I don't want to move Johnson by giving him commands. He'll come up on his own. Looks like we have these guys in a position where we can get them from front and rear, which I'm liking. No, their casualties are up to 4,000 now. We're at 1,497. Looking at a minor defeat. I don't understand why, because their morale is lower than us. Their morale is down to 32 to our 48. They do have 30 points from the objective. We're only at 5 from the objective, but we do hold it. And we're going to keep pushing in. I'm going to let Withers and Ruggles divisions take a break and use Polk and Hardy to finish this job off. And Breckenridge is back there with that with nobody. Let's play and see what we got here. All right. Start off with that cavalry right in range of us. We're just going to advance you guys straight down the pike there. So it looks like we got units out there. You guys are going to advance right through the woods. All right, you got to come out that way and get on this fence. And we got plenty of firing going on over here. These guys are right in canister range. These guys have to advance at us. We'll just sit there in the field. Are they charging in? Well, these guys are just sitting there taking canister in the face. I will take that. Any more on this brigade's flank? They're going after my battery. Get reloaded. Fire into them. Damn it. Alright. Nothing we can do about that. Oh, we broke them before they closed in. Very good. Very good. These are on the flank of this unit firing canister into them. There they go. They're getting ready to break. They're advancing on us over here, but that's not going to be a good idea for them. Third Corps, how we looking? Broke that cavalry brigade. Not getting your orders yet, huh? Everybody else is moving. Coming up on their rear. I mean, this battle looks a little messy, but it's very much in our favor. You guys are about to come to range. I really wish I did have better weapons for these brigades. There goes Chatham's batteries. Can bring Ruggles up to reclaim his guns. These of them are right there. Wait, no, that's Chatham's guns. This is his guns right here. Stevens is about to break. Once we break this brigade, we can move in and support him a little better. And there's a brigade on our flank. Alright, Glad, and move up and support. At the double. Stevens broke. Anderson, you took a little bit of a beating, but that brigade that did just break them broke also, so you just come up here. Actually, Gibson, you need to go around and rejoin your command. Come up and support also. This is an interesting fight. It's kind of all over the place. And they're using our breastworks against us. Now back to a minor victory. Once we get Ruggles back on his guns, we'll clear this area out pretty good. We lost any more officers. Smith. That's the battery commander. Killed in action. And that's why his men broke. Oh no, they broke before he was killed. So he was killed on the fallback. I hope he doesn't get defamed for that. There's nothing I hate seeing more than an officer get killed or wounded and be defamed at the same time. And I push in there. Back. Bring Chalmers up. This has just turned into an awful mess. action down here. They kind of stopped dead. I didn't realize that. Alright, push on that brigade. Let's get them gone. Alright, Elsie's basically in place. What do we got here? Push on those batteries. Push on that battery. Push on that infantry. Good, we've seen that brigade off. Team messages, what we got? Round in contact, man in contact, don't care. Everybody's in contact right now for the most part. That brigade. Start swinging your division up to that fence. Alright, you come out this way, up the batteries. Just pushing through the woods. This is going to be a rude awakening for these Federals. Look at this. Coming right up on their rear. Push in there. Rebels, get on your guns. Come on, push on that brigade also. Push in, push in. It is time to crush them. Stewardship Brigade broke. Swinging out that way. We've actually got their army split in half at this point. It's like a dream coming true right there for any field commander. And we're moving on their artillery support. There we go, they're broken. Push up, push up. Keep pushing in. We have crushed that flank. This is Clarksville Avenged. And we got them at 17% casualties, just needing to get to 20. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. First hour of the day, and we are crushing their army. Oh, it doesn't get better than this. You guys not back on those guns yet? Close in, finish the job. Those are detachments holding those guns. There they go, retreating. Let's see if we can plus up the casualties just a little bit here. Keep pushing in. Let's see if we can get that major victory. I don't think so. Well, the division's still coming up. There's the cavalry. Oh, I got them going back that way. You guys come up. They're not going to be up here in time to charge any of these units. I don't think we're going to get that major victory. Yeah, we got them at 17.9%, so unless we capture one of these brigades, it's just not happening. No, don't send attachments. I want you to go shoot them. Go shoot them. These batteries are holding in place. Go hit that infantry. More guns. These guys will take care of them. The infantry's not going to stay in range. Alright. Go hit these boys. Alright. Didn't get that major victory like I was hoping for, but definitely Clarksburg Avenged is what I can say. So we lost 2,955 of our 39,487 infantry, 229 of our 3,500 cavalry, 16 of our guns. We only have 59, so that's actually a big hit to us. Hopefully I didn't lose that whole battery like we did in the last battle, but I think we might have. Total loss of 3,383 of our 43,926 men. We've took down 7,500 or 42,000 infantry, 200 or 800 cavalry. We got 50 or 70 guns for a total loss of 8,000 of their 43,000 man force. So almost 2 to 1 odds on the casualties, like 2.1, 2.2 to 1. Let's go through the paperwork real fast. I feel a lot better after the last battle now. Our Reserve Corps did not fight. 3rd Corps only came in at the end. So couldn't get them in position fast enough. Manny's brigade did 153 to infantry, 12 to cavalry, for a total of 165. Hindman's brigade did 68 to infantry. Trebow's brigade did 76 to infantry. Division total 309. Elzey's division, which really did not get in there. Bowen's brigade did 39 to infantry, 29 to artillery, for a total of 68. Hatchburg brigade only got 3 artillery. Forney's brigade did 39 to infantry, 67 to artillery, for a total of 111. And Trebow's batteries did 9 to infantry, plus up to 11, so they caught a command staff. Division total of 193. Wright's brigade did not get any action in. 1st Corps. Lindsay's brigade, which is the cavalry brigade, did 440 to infantry, which is pretty good for a cavalry brigade. Chatham's division, Stevens' brigade did 141 to infantry. Johnson's brigade did 490 to infantry, captured 53, 4 to artillery, for a total of 547. 2nd brigade, I didn't realize that was a numbered brigade. Really? I'll have to take a look at that. They did 705 to infantry, captured 33, 5 to artillery, for a total of 744. Chatham's batteries did 208 to infantry, took 4 prisoner, I guess when they charged them, total of 212. Division total 1,644. Pillow's division, which is just 1 battery right now, did 55 to infantry, 7 artillery, for a total of 67, so they caught some command staff. And Clark's division, Stewart's brigade did 313 to infantry. Another numbered brigade. I'm going to take a look at that. 1st brigade did 95 to infantry, 28 to artillery, for a total of 125. Russell's brigade did 501 to infantry. And Clark's batteries did 127 to infantry, 7 to artillery, for a total of 135. Division total 1,074. And 2nd Corps. Clanton's brigade, which is a cavalry, did 17 to infantry, 58 to cavalry, total of 75. Ruggles division, Anderson's brigade did 377 to infantry. Pond's brigade did 295 to infantry, 4 to artillery, for a total of 299. Gibson's brigade did 6 to infantry, 69 to artillery, for a total of 75. And Ruggles' batteries did 59 to infantry, 14 to artillery, for a total of 73. Excuse me. Division total of 820. Sorry about that. Division total of 824. So not a bad showing at all. Well, let's get closed out of here and hopefully it doesn't crash on us. So I got to say that battle went a lot better than I thought it would. It really went very well. It got a little crazy there on the second, on day 3, but that was kind of to be expected. Though too bad the Federals didn't hang around long enough for me to get that major victory. We're only a few hundred casualties away from that, but you can't have everything. Other than that, I'm very pleased with the way it turned out, but definitely, once again, let's hear your comments on that battle. I want to know what everybody thought about how I implemented my plans for that one. So I thought the flanking action worked very well, and we ended up pincering them on day 3. Come on, load out. Alright, I had to pause the recording there real fast. Things got a little loud in the house. So, a victory at Nashville Port. So, the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 7,768 men. There are 1,028 killed, 1,094 captured. Our casualties total 3,383 men, with 638 killed, 433 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 3,398 rifles. If they're all Springfields, that's a good grab for us. I'll be able to outfit like 2 or 3 more brigades with some rifles. And 18 guns from the battlefield. We sent 1,071 soldiers down to prison camps. So Major Smith was killed in action. And we got one of their battery commanders also, Major Taylor. So we both lost an officer killed in action in that fight. Alright, we'll get this one rolled off and then we'll do a map update. That'll take a little bit to roll off, so let's just have this roll on play. So, once again, the Army of Tennessee actually moved off, was heading up this way, and then came back down a river at us. So it looks like they're reacting to... Where's he going? Looks like they're actually reacting to the Army of the West moving into Missouri. I've just sent orders right before this battle kicked off for Forrest Corps to start moving. They're still 29 hours away. So while these forces are moving east back towards St. Louis, he's going to start moving up to St. Joseph. It doesn't look like the Federals are moving anywhere else along the line. Let's get this rolled off a little more quickly so I can take a look. And we have just captured Fort Knox. Very good. So we are secured northern Maine. Whoa, look at all of that. We have 2 armies of 1 corps each heading our way. Let's pull you back to Bangor. Lose any officers. You gotta check your... every time you finish a siege, you have to check your armies, as when the officers get wounded, they do not tell you. Alright, no wounded officers from that siege. The AI has a bad habit of not telling you. Leave them on defensive for now. when these corps come up. This way I have the extra. I don't have an engineer brigade in this army yet, so I'll give them some extra engineering points if they're in defensive when the rest of these armies show up. So we'll let them sit here, get into the green, and if these guys don't push at us, we will push down at them. But it depends on the size of these forces. 11,000 men. 8,000. Oh, we got plenty of forces. We can definitely take care of that. Because I'm plussing up to 19,000 men in this corps. So we can definitely take that on. That'll be even number fight if we get both corps at the same time. So it looks like everything else is going to plan right now. So I do believe we will end this episode here on that nice high note of a victory in avenging Clarksville. So if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so alert to the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige you on all counts if possible. And comments, as always, please do keep them coming. I do love interacting with you guys. I especially like to hear your comments on how the battles go. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.